Is Vengeful Spirit the most meta hero currently? Not gonna lie, it's undervalued even in high MMR. More people head over heels on Lion, NP, and Hoodwink, which I understand because playing Venge so fucking boring. This hero can 1v1 Rubik with 4 branch under Fadebolt. Trade evenly with almost all melee hero except Trent with Leech Seed. And swap plus Pavis is just 350 all barrier. Plus 300 physical barrier at level 10 in like 13-minute mark. Or just be a fucking brain dad like me. Built to Bracer plus Power Threads plus Ags, which usually finish in 25 minutes as support. Or 15-minute as offlane, and just fuck around with your double barrier to 0.3k 17 armor venge. Strong lanes, overtuned spells, high damage output in fights, reliable save, and one of the strongest support power spikes with Ags. Well, it has worked wonders for me. I have a 70% win rate with her, level 16 hero. And I recently gained a lot of MMR spamming her. Her ult is just bonkers right now. So much more utility is insane. A support that has stuns, high ground vision, possibility to initiate and displace the enemy, a really nice aura, and a save. In addition, the possibility of basically having 2 lives with Axe. It just feels so good to have her in your team. Not to mention her laning is pretty bonkers. Wave of Terror assures that you'll win trades against most other supports level 1. Pro tip, if you're laning against a Pudge, just run at him. With Wave of Terror level 1. He has 0 armor, and you can pretty much make him a non-factor in lane. Level 2 stun is a huge laning power spike. It does pretty crazy damage and allows you to get some hits into. Works best if your core has a stun to follow up to. Venge has been my favorite hero for a long time. I'm so glad she's good again. Also, she's a massive kill threat in lane because of minus armor and a nuke stun. Probably the best hero to rotate for runes at 6 minutes as well. And ganking mod when you hit level 6. Shame they nerfed the aggressive Solar Crest place. But she's still a first item Solar Crest spammer, and it's incredibly fun. Been leveling up her skin that is 3 styles, currently 30 swaps of 3rd style. Also, her shard has been insane for a few patches now. Bring back her level 25 Pierce's spell immunity talent. I don't think she's OP, but she's a very well-rounded pick. Reliable stun that becomes 2 times when you get the shard. Wave of Terror lets your trade really well in lane. Passive means your damage scales with the game. Swap can be used offensively or defensively. A lot of heroes usually lack something like a reliable stun, or can't trade in lane or don't have a save. Venge feels like she has everything she needs. Hoodwinked, Venge, Faceless, Lion, Wind Ranger are the top 5 heroes with the most games played according to Dota to Pro Tracker. On paper, she's good because she buffs team damage, reduces enemy armor, has potential for team fight winning swaps on low cooldown, is relatively tanky, and her Q is stupid as fuck, and she basically has Wraith King ult with Scepter. Venge ult now does damage if used on enemy, and gives a barrier on ally if used on ally. Previously, if you used swap offensively, all you got was a reposition, but now you deal significant damage. If you used it as a save on ally, the ally would simply be in a position where it could flee. But now ally can re-engage. The barrier on Venge also feels tremendously better on early and mid-game, compared to damage reduction. Later, the barrier feels worse. But having barrier on ally or nuke on enemy is more than worth it. How about you guys? What do you think? Comment down below if you think Venge is OP this patch.